What's up, Facebook world, YouTuber people? As I promised after doing my gameplay, I was going to show you guys what I actually did to my Qumba stick. Now, being that we just finished up, this is the ball top I was telling you about. So, the ball top has now got 8 ways. If you listen really closely, it's got that. It's got the octagonal, so I switched it from this. See, this is the gate. This is the gate that came originally with the stick. As you can see, the stick in itself, the joystick, the rod actually stays within this square, if you don't know what I'm talking about. So when you change this out, so it's only able to move 4 directions like that. So when I was talking about the gameplay, like your actions, like when you're doing like a quarter circle or half circle or something like that, have to be within this frame. And a lot of Japanese styles use it, and they're pretty precise with their mean. But I mean, Japanese are just sick at gameplay, whatever like that. But I did my best to get used to it, and I could get to some, but some things I just were missing, like on my inputs and stuff like that when I was trying to do, you know, combos and stuff like that. So I felt like I couldn't do it. So what I did was I ended up replacing with an octagonal, and so when you turn it, see, it doesn't have 4-way, like a 4-way, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one goes all the way around. And there's another one that makes you completely round, so when you turn it. So that, being that as it made, like I said, the ball top, when I first showed it, was white. It was the same color as these buttons up here. So I felt like it needed to be more transition, and I wanted it to match the stick, so I changed it out with a, clear. So, oh, and my grip. So I started playing like this before, but I felt like this finger right here was restricting a lot of my stuff. So when I was learning tutorials and I was learning how to like develop and get used to certain ways to holding, I was playing like this for a while, which was okay. Did pretty good. Whereas playing like this, a lot of people play this, but I felt like I was a lot more limited. So I found the way Daigo holds his, and he uses in between the pinky within this 3, and you're able to do a lot more because you could use your sticks, and you have a little bit more control when you're doing something like a half circle round, or you're doing forwards and stuff like that. So I found this to be very, very comfortable, and it doesn't hurt so much, and it's almost like kind of like writing on a pencil and stuff like that. And then, like I said, the reason why I changed the ball top is because when the LEDs line the bottom, you know, lights up blue. It's pretty cool. And I did change out the Qumba buttons, like I said. So these are now, you know, these are soundless on the bottom. And they have a little bit more snap to them, whereas the other ones kind of sound out like that. You can tell the difference between the sound. They're kind of bland, whereas these ones have a lot more of that snap, and I love that because, and you can learn how to do anything like that on YouTube. You'd be surprised. You know, YouTube have tutorials on all kinds of things on how to do it, but these are all the things that I took out from the Qumba. So there's my original. Hold on, let me open this for you. Sorry. So this is the original ball top that came with it. See, it matched kind of matched the buttons, but I kind of didn't like it. It kind of seemed dull. So give me a clear one like that. And these are the buttons I switched out. See, these are the Qumba buttons. Now, you have to take the buttons out individually, and you have to replace them and stuff like that. So these are the things you put on the very bottom to hook up to it. And it was very simple. Like, it was kind of tough at first, being that I did not want to hurt the LED board in between the buttons and stuff like that, so that the buttons will still light up. There, you know, like I said, there are not many fight sticks that have LEDs and stuff like that, but I love them. I mean, I really don't see them when you're playing, but if it's a distraction for people that you are playing, then that's perfect, you know, stuff like that. And it did come with an LED button, so this one is set to take on. See, they don't light up, but whenever you get hit or something like that, then the buttons light up, stuff like that. So that's the green, and then this one, they permanently stay on. So, which looks pretty damn cool too when you're playing at night. So when you're over there, you know, stuff like that, you know, they don't go off when you touch them. But that's a pretty cool feature too as well. And then if you don't like them, you could just permanently turn them off, you know, so they don't turn on. But I like having them being responsive to touch and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my update. That's my new Qumba. So if you are looking for a fight stick, I believe that this is the top thing to go. And if you are willing to modify, you do void your warranty, and that's the bad thing about it. Because the warranty is up in this corner, this little corner right there. See that little part of the sticker? Once you take that off, your warranty is voided. But everything you do need to modify is on the back of this back plate. You know, you take it off and stuff like that. You can change out your gates, you can change out your buttons, but you know, but the LED boards in between the buttons and stuff like that. It took me some time, but it was one day where I had a lot of time to do, and it was fun, and I had fun doing it, knowing that I could change it out. So, and it's a lot more profitable to me. I love it. I love the octagonal gate. I can actually hear, you know, when I'm doing my shoryus or, you know, stuff like that, and you know, makes perfect sense. So if you are looking for a stick, this is the best thing to go. The Quambas are like that. They also have the RAV4, which is all black like this, and they do, I think that's, I don't know if the RAV4s do have Samuel buttons already in them. You know, it's kind of a thing too. I don't really know, but if not, you can always customize and stuff like that. And they're just as customizable too, but they don't have this like clear taste, and they don't have this little Japanese writing on it, which I love. It's freaking amazing. You can also change these out, the faceplates on the top of them. The place where I bought the buttons, especially this, the ball top, and I bought the buttons on the bottom and the gate, were a place called Focus Attack, and Focus Attack did have some pretty good prices on that. For I think all 8 buttons were like, I think it came out to like, I think they were like 90 cents a piece, I think, or like $1 a piece. So you know, with 8 buttons, $8, along with the ball top, which was like maybe $2, and then the gate itself was like $2. So it was pretty decent. So I only paid like $20 for all of it. But on that site too, they also do sell the faceplates, so you're able to send like images to them, and they can tell you like what exactly you want on the plate. And I don't know if they come like in this style or if they come solid and stuff like that. But maybe when I get tired of this, I'll change it out. But for now, it just looks good because it all matches up and stuff like that. So until then, you know, that's pretty much it. So, and they do run a pretty good price. Like I said, usually they go for $150, and $150 for a fight stick like this size is pretty good. Like you can get a cheap fight stick for like $100. It'd probably be worth it, but if you want to be professional and you want to get into competitive play, like you have to spend for what you want to buy. And I bought this for a bid, and you know, like I said, I got it for $80, so it was a steal for me. And everything about it is so good. I love the action, I love the feel, so it was a steal for me. Like I love it, and I believe it's no greater purchase than that. But to get it, seeing as I only go 150, I think it's well worth it. I think it's 150. You're gonna get everything, and Qumba make pretty good parts. I mean, it's a really good stick. It's got a really good handle on it. It's got the little tray, of course, like that, and everything like that, and of course the touchpad right here for reset when you're doing stuff like that. So it's really well worth it. I loved it, and I've not looked back. And you could get a Mad Catz. Mad Catz were the top theme, but like I said, I think in a podcast, that Mad Catz currently out of business, so they're probably going to go up in price, being that a lot of these fight sticks are very rare now. Like the TE is a TE2 Plus. I was looking at the Shadowloo version for the TE Plus on Mad Catz, but they were just hell of expensive, like $200, $300, you know. But like I said, they're out of business now, so they're going to be very hard to come by. But Qumba is just as good. It's the second. I mean, it can be second best, but being that because I could say Qumba is the top line right now. And they have so many different styles other than the crystal. They have the obsidian, the clear, the dragon, you know, stuff like that. But I love it. I will not look back. So this is my fight stick, and I thought you guys enjoyed it. What I did my little mods and stuff like that. And you actually get to see the buttons, so that's cool. So thank you everybody for tuning in to the stream. My live gameplay on King of Fighters. Be sure to look forward to more fighting games that I'm going to be doing. I might do Street Fighter. I'm going to get me into Guilty Gear. Like I got to get some Guilty Gear going down, play some Injustice on this when I purchase it, and I'll be doing it all with this thing. And like I said, it's something that I was used to. I grew up in arcades, and this is perfect. Perfect with me. So until then, thank you everybody. Enjoy the video. Have a good day. A good Memorial Day. I don't know when you'll be able to see this, but until then, keep gaming and Geeks Unite.